Hi, this is Judy at farmandwife.com. Today we're going to be talking about blog design, specifically your home page, and even more specifically the first page on your home page. That's before the scroll or above the fold, what is also called. So, and this is what the people come to, and their first impression is all important, and it only gives them seconds to decide if they want to read on and go to other of your posts and other pages that you might have. But I also want to point out that anything I say here is my opinion, and you'll no doubt have your own opinions. But this is what I've come through my experiences and working with other blog designers. So take what applies to you and just leave the rest. I'll be talking about the header, the navigation bar, the latest posts, your sidebar, and the background. So we'll start with the header. A lot of the headers these days are going more towards minimalistic. It really should not be taking up more than the top third of your page, because if it takes up more than that, there's less information and things you can have on that home page if it's take all just the header. So you can have pictures and all of that, but just make sure it's not taking up all the whole page. Your navigation bar, you should really include one up here somewhere by the header, have an about page and a contact page, and you want it more than just on your sidebar, so try to have one up there by the header. You also want to have your latest post, like I have here. Now, a lot of blogs too are going to where they're summarizing the post and then where you click on to read more. I think it's good to have your latest post as a full, on your full amount of it, and then your earlier posts could be summarized, and I'll do show you how to do that with another tutorial. But and then you come to your sidebar, and with your sidebar, you want to think about what's your goal for your blog, and what do you want your readers to do before they leave your blog. You want to give them some kind of action. And on mine, I decided I want to try to get them to sign up for email updates of the posts that I put on. And then I also would like to have the social icons here. But think what you want people to do before they leave your your blog, and give them something to do with that. But you also want to have in your sidebar a short about me, a picture of you, and a very brief summary of the blog and the purpose of the blog or about you. And that it works nice to have that on that very first page of the home page. I also want to talk about the background. The background is very important in that it should not be really noticeable. It should enhance your blog. It shouldn't be, it shouldn't take away from it. When somebody comes to your blog, you don't want them to say, hey, that's a great background. You want it to, you just don't want it to be very, I've seen some that have all this different kind of writing and things over here that just really distracting, and it's not very appealing. And they had a really nice header, but it was just all lost in the background that they had chosen. So you want it to be plain and not fussy. You just don't want it to take away. You want it to enhance your blog again. So, and also with other things on your blog, you don't want, just because you can add it to your blog doesn't mean you should. It could be, you just want it to be clean and uncluttered. You don't want to have a bunch of things just all over the place. It just confuses people and they'll leave right away. Um, I also want it easy to navigate. You have your recent posts, popular posts, you can have that too, and but definitely have a navigation bar for people to get around your blog easily. And then finally, you want to have an an action for them to do before they leave, and that would be either a sign up for your email or your RSS feed to get that in there. And then my next video is going to be, I'm going to show you 3 or 4 different blogs that show what I've been talking about, how they did it right or how they did it wrong, and we'll be doing that next. Thanks.